Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the review, All in All United. What we go say, Nico? What we go really say? Under the circumstances, it not good. It's not good. I thought honestly, I thought the better team, get knocked out. I went into the game expecting a ugly win from us. And them fellas really play football today. I was very impressed in terms of how we control the game against a team like Sevilla. With the chances that we created, we had them on the back foot for large portions of the game, and we didn't get it by Nico. We didn't get it.
Yeah, good night, all out there. I mean, definitely that's some mood for all Manchester fans. You know, as you said, and you rightfully said, we were the better team. However, we were the better team until we had to put the ball in the back of the net. I think in terms of that, I think if Sevilla had the amount of chances that we had, right, we would have lost that game 3 or 4, by 3 or 4. So I think the difference was in the finishing today. I think the finishing let us down. I don't know if we do have the belief, that we should have been in the final, that, that players had just such chances because, you had a doubt in, like we really here or we really deserve to be here. That it's lacking that belief now because on another day we play another team, with let me say the circumstances or the result or let me say the final at stake, we would have beaten Sevilla easily. So I think it's really about growing up. I think we gotta do within the team, throughout the team. You saw the players who rely on a lot in terms of Rashford, Marshall, and even the young Greenwood. We rely so much on him. That and it shouldn't even be like that. That these are the guys who, for some reason they didn't show up.
You know, what was a really with interesting stat that it kind
Dreams
of
there, what there? Yeah, what? Excuse my bit, right?
yeah, sure,
My bit. And I'll check it back if possible, right? So guys are on work, so let's excuse my bit, right?
yeah,
All right. So you could leave out, you could stop it.
yeah, yeah, guys. So what was a kind of it was a disheartening stat was the fact that we made it to three semi-finals that is in one season, and we couldn't win any, not one. And I think in terms of the performance, today's performance was the best, and today's performance gave us the best chance, to make it into the final. And it's just the finishing, that really let us down today. As I said before, I thought that in terms of the entire the game, how the game played out, I didn't expect us to dominate as much as we did. I didn't expect us to create the kind of chances and the amount of chances that we did. Um, I really thought it would have been an ugly game in terms of us having to just sit down and defend for their life and try to get Rashford, Martial, even Greenwood on the break to try to create something. But from the onset, I thought the guys were up for it, but it's just the final ball. Another interesting stat is within our last 3 games, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but probably the last 2, but even and today, we haven't scored a goal in open play. And I get the fact that we winning the penalties legit, but something has to be done in terms of really getting our chances and taking our chances in open play. So it's a little bit concerning, and it's something that I guess we really have to look at. I don't want to be too critical of the squad because the squad thin, because you could see through the game that Oli left it late before he had to make any change, and it's showing again that Oli doesn't really trust his bench, Nico. And even in the post match, Oli had to come out and say again that he hopes to get reinforcement. He hopes to add to the squad, So it's something that the board definitely has to do in terms of supporting the rebuild process that Oli is trying to lead, because outside that we don't have the quality in the team to to um to take us to that next level where we can really challenge and compete, because we see what we are against. And to rely on 11 players for a full season, it's unacceptable. You know, so guys, feel free to comment as you see fit. You know, feel free to like and share the video so that the content will reach out. So yeah, so getting into the game, Sevilla always looked threatening, but as I always said throughout, our campaign, once we don't make mistakes, I, I, I tend to think that we'll hold out and we'll push the game as far as it gets until we able to score. And again, it was today. Yes, we were seeing some little shaky moments in the earlies, but none of those chances that Sevilla were creating or any openings really amounted to anything, as far as I'm concerned. But you always know that Manchester United defense has a mistake in it. We have a mistake, or there's somebody always sleeping, somebody always making some error to cost us. And again, we saw it today. Simeon, welcome. Thanks for joining, bro. Yet no signings yet. Well, I mean, as I said before, Oli mentioned in his post-match today that he needs to invest in his squad. I mean, I hope the fans are not the only people that would have watched the game today, and that it would have been the board members, Edward Wood, the Glazers, whoever need to watch these games to see that the squad needs quality reinforcements. We saw for how much, for 80-something minutes that this team played, and only didn't make a substitution. And then to some extent, I could probably agree to push, because when you're looking to bring on somebody, you're looking to bring on somebody who could take the game to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we could argue whether Oli make the sub late or whether he make it early, but then again, when you look at his bench, with the way he wants his team to play, who he has to bring on, I tell you, they have to scorch. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it, I thought even if we had scored one more chance, one more chance, we'd have that game wrapped up. Because it would have meant that Sevilla now had to press to get the goal, because the time was running down, and there are leave more spaces in the back, and we'd have been able to exploit it. And sometimes goals just give the players confidence. I just get the feeling that with all the chances that they were getting, the head started to drop a little bit. They started to second guess themselves, and you realize that the passes started to get off, the shots was off. So at the end of the day, there's one that we had to really just say, we had it and we let go. Because again, I will continue to say, today we were the better team. And as normal, as per usual, as we saw so many times throughout the season, errors. I know, very shocking to me, the fact that, after, now, I don't know what you all feel, who was responsible for the second goal that we considered. Or, you know what, let's go on to the first goal, right? Now, we know that it has a little issue there in terms of the ball coming out from the back. The Sevilla player went for it. It touched him before it went out of bounds. And one of the reasons why, because I was talking to Nico while the game was going on, and one of the reasons why they didn't call it back is simply because it had too much play that led to the goal. If the guy had thrown the ball back on, one of the players took a shot and it scored, then I am of the opinion that I would have overruled it and turn and overturn the goal. You understand? But after that man threw on that ball, they made about 2 or 3 passes, got down the line, play it across, and scored. Now, what's going on with our defense? Why is our defense letting the team down like that? I'm having a hard time understanding that. Simeon saying, I don't mind the loss. It's how we lost. It's the same issues. Them strikers have to be ruthless when you win. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all in the Simeon. I don't disagree with that at all. I thought, had they taken their chances, Rashford and all, they had a real good chance. And I don't know what going on with Rashford in terms of his confidence. His confidence seems to have taken a significant hit. And we've been seeing it throughout Project Restart. I keep asking Nico, I keep bringing it to you all. What really good with Rashford? I think I could count, I don't even need more than one finger, to count how much good games Rashford really had, from Project Restart. But then again, who all you have else to rely on, But at the end of the day, we unfortunately not there. I mean, I would not feel as bad as, if we didn't play well. But we played well, we created opportunities. The team, in terms of my expectation for the game, it was surpassed. I was watching the game and I was like, wait now, they the same team playing so good against a Sevilla team who could real joke, know how to play football, know how to kill a game. And hey Christopher, welcome. William should have cleared the crosses. And this is what I'm saying. The entire back line was sleeping. And I mean, I guess this is the immaturity of Williams, and hopefully, I mean, I know now is not the right time to say it, but he had to learn from these kind of things, And I would have suspected that Sevilla, would have studied the frailty in our defense, and they would have set up to capitalize, to try and pounce on the weak areas in our defense. And the weak areas in our defense, if you look at it, they realize that Wan-Bissaka not good in possession. So I don't know if you all saw in the game, every time the ball went to Wan-Bissaka, they pressed him. They were always 3 or 4 players closing the spaces with Wan-Bissaka. They were always trying to double team Brandon Williams in attack because they know he rash, but he very easily beaten with the 1-2. And so they were trying more so to exploit the wing back and get the crosses in, because they know that our defense is very, very weak with crosses and set pieces. And that's how we fell today. 2 crosses from outside inside the box, and we fell sleeping. We fell sleeping today. And I mean, I don't know. You see these things reoccurring, and you're asking yourself, where these fellas taking stock of these areas to try to work on it and better yourself in these areas. So for me to see a goal scored, 2 goals that we can see was similar. That has to be a weakness in our defense that clearly Oli could probably point it out. By the end of the day, it's the players who go in out there to execute it. And if they're still making the same mistakes, then and in my opinion, I think today, defensively, Lindelof, that second goal that was unacceptable. And that goal, to see that goal go in after playing so good and controlling the game for so long, it was like a dagger in the heart. It was like a dagger in the heart, and that one, I kind of melt to that one, and I knew that at that point, because those kind of late goals really deflate a team. You had to push extra to try to get something back, and spaces will be left open at the back, to make the scoreline look a little less respectable. But you had to go for it, and I think I credit the team for really trying to go for it. I want to get back to what I think was the change in the turning point in the game. I think we started, good enough, trying to beat them with a little bit of pace, and Marcel like very, very key in the build up to the first the penalty, but I thought after we scored our goal, we had to sit back, and we were not our form and our shape wasn't good because we were allowing Sevilla to make the passes, and they were that's the kind of team that they love the penetrating passes. So they were always trying to get the passes through to try to get opportunities at goal, sorry. And I thought it's only after Sevilla equalized, then, we started to say, well, hey, now we read up the game and we took control of the game. So sometimes I don't understand why it is we need to concede to start to play football. Steven is saying, I was rating Lindelof in this game. He was cleaning up well at the back. But then, yeah, and I think about it has certain areas on the pitch where, if you were to lose concentration, it could cost the game. This is why we need our defenders to always be on top of the game. Things that your attackers can get away with, your defense cannot get away with. If Lindelof and Maguire and Saka and Lindelof, and Williams held their own and maintained the concentration, then it would have allowed the attackers, more opportunities, more time to try to get the goal. And I got the feeling that if we didn't concede, the goal would have come. Because as far as I'm concerned, Sevilla seemed to me that they were not able to handle, our pressure, how we were attacking them. They set up defensively really, really good. But we were getting the openings, we were seeing it, And for some reason or the other, you look at the Copenhagen game and you look today, what is it? Keepers is just step up all year. Keepers is just step up against Man United. Everybody just turn prime back, man. And that's one of the most frustrating things. And the same keeper will go and probably mess pants against whoever he had to play in the finals. And that's really annoying, Christopher is saying Lindelof loses his concentration. Exactly. You have to be a central defender. You have to be aware of your box and your spaces, and you got to be looking at your shoulder, over your shoulder all the time. You understand what I'm saying? And to say that you didn't even put in a challenge, you're frame, you do nothing. You just watch back, and this man was just free to lift his foot up and tap that ball unchallenged. Oh yeah, all that dagger, trust me. And what upset me even further? When Bruno showing he do nonsense. I don't know how many of you all saw it. The man had the audacity to walk in Bruno's face and use all kind of obscene and thing. Them fellas serious, boy. A semi-finals earlier. Simeon, Fred impressed, but in defense I really wanted Matic. In your opinion. I think the decision to go for Fred was the right one. I always thought at some point in the game Matic would have come on to shore the defense, but that would have been dependent on us scoring when we were supposed to, and then you brought on Matic to just shore things until to maintain some kind of control and establish control in the game. But in terms of Fred and his role, it was really for the engine, it was really for the industry, and we saw today how Fred, being quick and nippy, was able to, to close down plenty spaces, win back balls. I thought his passing today, his forward passing was pretty good. What Fred needs to stop doing, in my opinion, is shooting. Right? Fred got two very, very good chances, and he did that, Fred, I guess. In terms of his overall play, I was pleased with Fred. I think according to the game plan, Fred wasn't supposed to play the full 90. But I think it had worse performance on the field, to even bring up Fred in the discussion. If you understand what I'm saying, So I hope it answers your question. I don't know what your thoughts on it is. Hey Jody, thanks for joining, man. Night. Tell us how you feeling about our loss, but how you feeling about that one. It's already sitting too well. I guess we just had to bounce back and move on. Nico is on works, so he tried to be here, but it was such that he couldn't stay true for the review. So I hear what's earlier, and they'll go through the review and share your opinions on the game today. Earlier, what we with Rashford, and I don't know if you all remember all the reviews before, I used to always post in the post, what going on with Rashford? You know, if there's the injury, really, really, I, I don't know what's going on with Rashford. You know, guys, feel free to post and share your opinions. Christopher, you said Fred is mobile enough to support our fullbacks. Matic, on the other hand, is excellent at sitting as a block in front of our defense. Yeah, Sevilla's threat was from the wings. So I feel that's why Fred, or selected Fred, has a very, very, very good, viewpoint. You know, and you see, Fred, he able to recover. You know, and that's where he needed. You know, even though for the most times he was getting beat. You know, he that grit and that that never say that attitude in terms of how Fred tends to play was very, very effective today in how we were recovering and trying to reestablish a structure or organization when Sevilla were on the attack. And if you were to look at it earlier, outside of the two errors, Sevilla barely, if ever, threatened our goal. And that's what that's the hard thing. You know, we played all the football today, and Sevilla came out and won ugly. You know, ja. Jody, I don't know if it's my device, but the audio very scratchy. Guys, let me know if the audio is scratchy now or if it's Jody alone, right? So just let me know. Similar thing, I think Oli put his faith in the strikers. Rashford, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it, if you all look at how even when Oli had taken over from Mourinho, we saw so much different pictures with him sitting with Lingard, Marcus Rashford, and Martial. Remember, he's a striker. He was the smiling assassin, the babyface assassin. So he able to, based on what he knows to have he's able to work and improve our strikers, and we've seen it. I guess that's why you have the guy like Michael Carrick and whoever you have in your coaching staff to help other areas on the pitch. But all his expertise would be in terms of getting the best out of our strikers. And we have seen, if we honestly say, we have seen where our strikers have really stepped up. Look at the numbers. Martial, 23 goals, 11 assists. Rashford, 22 goals, 10 assists. Mason Greenwood, first season, a breakthrough season. I think how much he scored? 16 or 17 goals. So I think Ollie's investment in the strikers and his trust in the strikers, for me, has paid off. I just feel like the rest of the field let down, our strikers. I mean, because strikers will always need chances. So if some of the best strikers out here, sometimes they'll need 5 chances to score 1 goal. Like, that's how it just goes sometimes, Christopher, saying Rashford had a stinker today. Today alone, let me be honest, today alone, I would have replaced him with Igalo at halftime and played Martial behind him or cut in from the wing as he's accustomed. That's a very, very good show. That's a very good show. I had a question today, when he decided to make the changes, I guess the team was probably playing well enough, and you got the feeling or the sense that the goal was going to come. So I could probably understand why it says he didn't make changes earlier, because the team was already, we were pressing Sevilla back. But I know for sure, had we scored, we'll see Matic coming on. Yes. So going back to your point, Christopher, I thought the substitutions after the goal were a bit weird. I don't understand why Daniel James came on and not Igalo. I could understand why Mata came on, because we know we needed some kind of creativity to assist with Bruno and Pogba at that point in the game, because you needed the goal. But then why bring on Mata and not bring on a striker? Why you brought on Daniel James? Because Daniel James came on and had no impact. He doesn't have opportunity to run defenders and see what he do. He don't have that. That's not his skill set. And then at that point in time, far as I'm concerned, Sevilla starting to sit back with no space in behind Daniel James is not effective. So then why you bring on Daniel James? I guess these are things that Oli would learn. He had to learn because the type of club that we are, all the decisions will get scrutinized, and we could only hope that Oli is learning from his from these kind of things now, you know. I know Daniel James is one for the future, but we're talking about now. We want to win now, and I thought 4 minutes for Igalo in a situation where he needed a goal was an insult. It was an insult to not only Igalo as a striker, but an insult to the game and to the fans who are watching the game who want to see the club make it to the final. You know. So on Ollie's part, I thought that decision was a little bit wayward. Probably, if I could think of anything, probably the decision to bring on James was to try to hustle and to press high. But I don't know. Simeon say the audio is scratchy. All right, let me see.
All right, tell me, is the audio better now, fellas? All right, let me know and I will try to see what I could do. All right, Simeon saying I have to say them fellas, including Marcel and Greenwood, have to do better. Marcel played well besides finishing. I rather see Lingard coming on. Lingard was probably not a bad shout, but when you consider, I thought that, as I said before, I thought if we got that goal when we had the heap of opportunities, if you had gotten that goal, I thought Lingard is one we'd have seen. We'd have seen Matic and probably Mata. All right. Okay, so this is better. All right, great. Thanks, man. So I think a lot of the substitutions that we would have wanted to see would have been dependent on whether the goal was scored. The fact that we didn't score, it kind of put all in a tight position. But I mean, that way getting paid for this Manchester United, so you had to know how to make decisions. This is what making or breaking, your season, or your 10 years manager. So, in terms of Marcel and Greenwood, I thought they did well. As I said before, all the strikers go miss chances, but the foundation on creating, chances upon chances for your strikers, your defenders just had to do what they had to do. And I don't mind if a team ripping into shreds and scoring, but you see when you're making them kind of poor errors at the back, then it's
Busy night and work by wow.
Yeah, man. So basically talking about in and around some of the substitutions that Ollie made. I don't know if you have any views on the subs that Ollie made today.
Yeah, to me I find it took a bit too long. I think that is where Lopetegui beat him in terms of that big game, experience, being a coach, maybe at the Spanish national team, even had a stint at Real Madrid. I think the timing of his substitution was perfect, whereas he delayed, so I think that was the inexperience of Oli showed, and as I was telling you even before, that it's difficult to blame Oli with the amount of chances that we had. The amount of chances we created and we had during the game, we should have won that game easily today. But yes, I think Oli, the time of the substitution was a bit off. We should have made it a bit earlier to kind of counteract some of Lopetegui's substitutes because he would have come on fresh. But our midfield were tiring and still having to track back on these fresh guys. I think a fresh player, and even with the extra space that we had, Mata for Rashford at some point would have been, because Rashford was really off the pace today. For a few games well, I think, as I was saying, we can't be relying on Marshall and Bruno alone. Guys like Rashford had to step up now. And today wasn't that day, But as you said, I find the substitution should have been made a bit earlier because even bringing on Igalo with a minute or two to go, that didn't add any value. More or less, that would have been like a defensive tactic that if you have a 1-goal lead, you bring on a substitute tough time now. So that didn't really add any value to what we were trying to do at that point now. So yeah.
Simeon saying Greenwood made a choice to take a bad angle shot, but had fellas waiting. I see Oli got up. Yeah. I saw that as well. Yeah, that was, I think, but you see, that chance, Simeon, Greenwood took it a couple times through the season and he catch everybody off, and that was the beauty of being both-footed. So sometimes it come off, sometimes it don't. So I can't fault him as a striker. Sometimes you see it and you take it. So, but I mean, probably the better option would have been to pass, Christopher is saying James' performances have fell off badly post-lockdown. I don't understand why Oli brought him on. Maybe Lingard would have been better. Yeah, and
I agree.
Yeah, and as I mentioned to them, Nico, I was saying I thought the Igalo substitution after Daniel James was kind of an insult to the whole, efforts of trying to score. Igalo have the experience, and then with what had happened, how Sevilla scored, they had started to sit back. So Daniel James had spaces to run behind.
Yeah, exactly. We was a premeditated change that he made, even when we were creating the chances. It had spaces at that point now, because at that point when we were creating and when we had the chances, it had space to run in. And at that point, maybe a Daniel James could have made a difference. But the moment we went behind, Daniel James, it didn't make sense. You wanted somebody with a bit more skill, a bit more graft to create that space in that low block, and you knew Daniel James is not that type of player.
But tell me something, Nico. Do you think, and guys, you could feel free to weigh in as well, do you think Sergio Romero should have gotten the start today?
Yeah, I still, again, what I mean? And if honestly, if I was Sergio Romero, I would have been looking to leave, because I would have shown that, let's say, 2017 won the Europa League, playing as the second, as the main striker in the Europa League, and I earned my corner on this, I took us to victory. And to me, that kind of slap in the face, that type of, that, and then the form is not the best. So at the end of the day, taking Romero out of the lineup, to me was a bit of an insult to Romero. And again, if Romero leaves, I wouldn't give him room, because I think he deserves a chance. And even I feel Romero is even getting better and better than he was even when he initially came to United. And then experience and positioning and all that. To me, I think he has that. And even that first goal today, maybe could have been saved. So again, I think that, and I said it in the semi-final also against Chelsea, right, when Oli brought in the hair, that Romero should have played. So there's a decision again that, yes, it could have gone differently, but I would have gone with Romero today.
Yeah, I think there was no need, in my opinion. Even though I can't really, if I'm honest, I can't blame De Gea for the goals, because I don't think he could have done anything. I don't think he was responsible for anything. To save that second goal, that would have.
Second goal, no, but the first goal, I feel for some reason, Romero might have gotten a hand on it. I could be wrong, because well executed. But I don't know, and then to maybe again history into he had an excellent game against Sevilla in the past. I think maybe Oli was kind of hoping for that ghost, to come alive in that game today. But I would have really stuck with Romero. Take out 10 if we win or we lose. I don't think he would have really done himself any harm. I think he would have an excellent game.
And the thing about it is, you see, we keep saying this, Nico. The teams don't break us down like that to really score goals. Yeah, it had to be a wonder goal to score against us, like what it's LASK got in the second leg. Outside of that, teams not breaking us down to score. It's always the mistakes, Go ahead.
Yeah, now you go ahead.
So I was saying, I'm hearing Sheffield United bought Ramsdale, a keeper, and Henderson has been added to our roster. Well, that's I heard that as well, yeah, because Ramsdale went down with Bournemouth, so they bought him, and that could only mean that they don't want the tentative setting with Henderson. So that could be a good thing and a bad thing,
I was hearing that Henderson was going abroad. I don't know how true. I mean, there are rumors that he may be going abroad on loan.
Oh, so we keeping him and we send him abroad.
Yeah, so I don't know if guys is thinking to that, or if Romero really leaves, then of course Henderson
see.
will be back up.
Yeah. Simeon was saying, I have to admit, I haven't seen Pogba at his best, but I would like to see. But I didn't think Pogba was good today. I thought Pogba was very, very good today. I know he doesn't blame. Isn't he supposed to have more? I don't know. Nico, I don't know what your opinion is. I thought Pogba was good today.
I think he could do better. He could do more. Like not better, more. I think I think that is what the fans really want now. More. Just being simple for Pogba is not enough. For Pogba we want more. For Pogba we want together with the creativity, which for me, yes, we know Bruno take up a lot of the creativity, but you also want to see that creativity and you want to see that goal threat also. I think we're missing the goal threat from Pogba of recent.
But I think the goal threat from Pogba is simply because of where he played on the field. He played a little bit deeper. So you wouldn't really see Pogba camping out in the attacking third as we would like, because that's where we know Pogba could create magic. But he's been playing for the majority of the project restart.
Yeah.
But I thought today Pogba was pretty decent.
I said it's suited his performance really. But
yeah,
we just want more now because we know the skill set. We just want more now.
I think if we could get somebody with who quick and have the industry like Fred, but a little more quality on the ball, free up Pogba a little more.
Even when match on the field, you'll see that. When match on the field. I think what is going on when we had these spaces, we made a difference also. Yes, Fred does have a good game. It was like breaking up the play and his energy, and we talked about it before. We need that midfield, and we had that. But when Sevilla started to tire, I think that was also the perfect time for Matic to come in. But I don't know what was the thought process behind it. But again, they did work, and we ruined another chance to get our final. But I think all of that is part of it. Part of the education, part of the learning, part of the development. And players like Rashford had to really take stock. Because we know he's still a young player, but we depend a lot on him and his qualities. And even let me say, even for England will also depend on him a lot when they get into the latter stages of competitions. And if there's the form that or the quality that you bring into the team, the latter stages of competitions, then most likely the team will reach further than maybe a quarterfinal or semi-final. And we see it. And even if you look at City. City in terms of Sterling, right? Sterling with that miss, again, you see, and that is where you need the nerve now. You need the nerve in these situations, the semi-finals and the finals, you need that nerve now. And to me, I think that is why one of the English players is lack, and that's why we just need a player like Bruno, who had a fearlessness and who had a courage and who had a bravery and who had a confidence now. I think for some reason, I don't know if it's in media, I don't know what, but for some reason, those players lack belief.
And we were saying before that we need it has certain thresholds that this young team needs to cross in order to get them thinking championship now, because you get the feeling that the mentality is still a little bit mid-table now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's so it becoming so difficult for us to win. We don't want to be Liverpool under Brendan Rodgers. You're playing good football, but at the final hurdle you keep falling. We don't want to be that. So it's so important to just cross that barrier into actually winning. And I thought that this trophy would have done that for us now. Unfortunately,
Even to the final, just to break that semi-final barrier. That would have been everything also because we lost 2 semi-finals for the season so far. Just crossing this hurdle alone would have helped also knowing that all right, we didn't make it to the final, but at least we got to the final.
Yeah.
So that now is a burden in your mind that we will reach in semi-final and next semi-final now you're stashing at everything like what happened today. You're stashing at everything. But all we needed to was a bit of composure.
Yeah.
The final time we know the players like Marshall, Greenwood, even Rashford on its day, because if you remember the Crystal Palace game, that finish was of real composure, high quality, you know what I mean? That way the top players are see the game in slow motion, you see everybody going so you could stop turning and put it on the other side. And I think that is the kind of composure we needed today. And if we had that, we would have won this game easily.
Yeah. Christopher is, he's saying Pogba was excellent today. He was the conduit between attack and defense. He's still not playing at his best though. I think everybody know that's the best of Pogba. But if we really honest with yourself, we've seen a positive and an upward projection from Pogba from since he came back from injury until today. Today I saw Pogba with a little more freedom. He was doing a lot more things. He was holding up the ball. He was turning players. He was looking for the passes. So I mean, if I were to dig into Pogba today, that will be witch hunting as far as I'm concerned. I thought Pogba was good today. It's just these mistakes by Nico Boy. Oh God, by mistakes.
I mean, we could have gotten away with the mistakes if we finish. We could have gotten away with the mistakes if we finish.
But my thing is this, strikers will always get chances and not score them. That is happening. For me, that is happening. Look at Sterling. You draw an example with Sterling. Yes, we know that one was that was a sitter, right? But strikers will always fluff chances. It has happened. But you see, once you don't concede, you will keep presenting opportunities for your strikers and they will eventually score. I understand that we were supposed to take chances,
And the same thing happened on the other end also. Why teams score? Most of the times a team will score because a defender made an error. That is most of the time that's how teams score. Because defenders make errors. That is part and parcel of the game. Right? However, the problem is if you're not creating and you're not taking the chances on the other side. So yes, attackers would miss, and yes, defenders would make errors. But of course, you want your attackers to take at least majority of the chances. You wouldn't expect them to take all, but you want them to take the majority of the chances that are created. Because at some point, right, our defenses had to make sometimes one error and it's a goal. So if it's anything, yes, there were the mistakes. The more of the mistakes happen on top, but you want your defense to feel comfortable with a 2-goal lead, a 3-goal lead, and I would build the defense confidence because defenses makes mistakes, and that is the part and parcel of the game.
Yeah, but you see, it's about difference for me when you're making the errors that our defense tends to make is the kind of errors that we've been seeing and they're not improving. What I'm saying?
The defense has improved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the same, Nico, the 2 goals we conceded today was the same goal, one from the right and one from the left.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? No, the defensive errors that Sevilla made today was by virtue of our quality in terms of creating opportunities and opening spaces. So it kind of different still as far as I'm concerned. Yes, but for me...
But you isolated it to today's game, but in general,
yeah.
Most scores is most of the time is defense.
Yeah. But when you consider today's game, as we say, I can't. It's hard to forgive, these fellas. And I don't know if you see the clip when Bruno went and pull up on Lindelof, and Lindelof was. I decided for you, but I was that Lindelof. Listen, we need a new defender. We need an ex-defender. We need somebody. I can't take Lindelof again, boy. Jody's saying we need to strengthen the bench. Definitely. And I mean, I don't know if you heard when I said it earlier, but in Ollie's post-match, he did it against Copenhagen and he did it again today. If they want Oli to continue and to experience any kind of success at this club, they need to do something. They need to spend some money on it because what we have here is not good enough. And then it have rumors of Lingard leaving, it have rumors of Pereira leaving, it have rumors of Smalling leaving, Jones, Rojo, then Chong. It was announced today that Chong, went to Bremen on loan, a year-long loan. So I would be very, very, interested to see what's going to happen now until season starts in terms of transfers and that kind of thing, So I think that'll bring us to the end of the review. Guys, thanks for all the comments. Let me just get this last comment from Christopher. He said, while our defense has improved, the individual errors keep occurring, and that's the same thing I was saying, and that is costing us. Lindelof is too many times the offender, and Nico all too well, will be put out.
I tell you today, if Bayi did play, some of them goes, especially as second goal, might not score. Because, Bayi had three body. Bayi had three body.
He had three body.
He had three frame.
I don't know, I mean, sometimes in retrospect, you might say, well, that's a stupid move, but I don't know. I just prefer you throw your body and that own goal than you leave it for tapping. Yeah. Christopher saying, too many times I see Maguire having to cover for him. Yeah, Maguire doing plenty work all here. Maguire is not the quickest, but I mean he kind of load.
Yeah, but you would have But you would have definitely throw free. That man was just going so easy at all.
Because, and if you look, Nico, I don't know how many of you would have seen it, the game when Bayern trashed Barca, the equalizing goal for Bayern. I am certain if there's a Man United defender, that ball was going to go across, and I can't remember who it was, whether it was Suarez or someone was going to score. But Alaba threw frame, and yes, it went in and it was our own goal. Yeah. By the end of the day, it showed that he doesn't let nothing pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Anyway, so guys, thanks for joining in. Nico, any closing remarks, bro?
Yeah, I apologize for not being here for the entire review. Hectic day on work. I know Reeves would have definitely covered all the bases, touched on more or less what I would have touched on. I think he had most of my thoughts and my ideas. I shared with him before, so I think more or less I would have been well represented. So tough day at the office. Time to regroup and come again as in a group. And some guys was it's an Arsenal man again. You know what I mean? The legs or what they're doing. Yeah, we playing football and we play the better football and definitely deserve to go to the final, but they're still finding a way to trash United. So if I say worst things that happen in life, yes, we out of our semi-final, the opportunity to go to our final, worst things happen in life, we still pick up the pieces and move on, and just for the guys to learn from today, and help them to be better going forward, help them to improve going forward. Players like Greenwood would have got a lot of experience going forward, and I think that was more beneficial than anything else.
Yeah. Simeon saying, you guys been calling Lindelof name from the beginning. Yeah, because he's suspect. He real suspect. I think, once the guys, they sit back and they, get over the disappointment of today, I think that is when the whole learning experience takes place, Right now they might be disappointed, so, they're studying whatever. But, they'll sit down and take stock. I think Oli as well, it's a learning curve for him. So, I mean, I just hope that Oli is back in the transfer market. Going into this new season, we have Champions League to look forward to next season. And I don't want to forget, the brilliant run that we've been on since restart. So I think it have a lot of positives to look forward to. I think the guys deserve rest. So they will fly out on vacation and get some well-deserved rest. And it'll benefit them. They'll recover. They'll recuperate. I thought the 6 days, whereas that they got in preparation for today, you saw it benefited them. You know.
Yeah, sure, they look fresh. They look real fresh.
Yeah.
I think I saw. I mean, how I was training this week. You saw it in the performance. You know, you saw the mobility of the players. You saw the recovery runs. You know what I mean? You saw they worked hard. You saw the tactics being employed, and it was working because we were the better team.
Yeah.
You know, that's the last part of the game. You know, to find the back of the net, and the keeper would have made some decent saves too. But at the end of the day, he shouldn't have got the opportunity to get his hand or feet anywhere close to most of those chances. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Jody is saying, well, I know the hyperdrive waiting patiently for you on Monday. Red 96.7 is Bashman United. Yeah, man, let them bash now, man. Let them carry on. You know, hey, Gideon. Oh, get on, Gilbert. Thanks for joining. You know, Nicole was saying that earlier as well. You know, Romero, I think he earned the right to play today, but only made the call. Also, yeah, he was having a good run, you know. But I mean, as I said before, I don't think De Gea did anything to, you know, say, well, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. Yeah, just to come back better, Glory United. Yes, guys. So thanks all you for joining. You know, we know the review was a little bit chop up today, you know, but as Nico said, you know, sometimes duty calls, you know, and he had to attend to his business. So what we're going to try to do, guys, I know it was requested. We will try to get a season review on, you know, as well as a transfer, you know, video on the new surrounding transfers, and we'll bring it to you all. Right? So thanks again, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and also go across on YouTube and do the same. Right? Have a good night, guys.